we're going to go over how to draw Mr. Snake from the Bad Guys 2. It's going to be a step-by-step draw along, so draw along with me, and you will be able to do this even if you don't know how to draw, okay? Let's get started. It's going to be his head, mostly. So, right off the bat, we are going to find a curve right here for his brow. So, we want to have a little bit of character. So, we're kind of throwing that curved line just for one of his brows. And I don't mean his eyebrow, I just mean the area above the eyebrow. Alright? And it's going to be mostly centered around the face. So, curve, edge of his cheek right there. If you've seen the Bad Guys 2, let me know. Awesome. Alrighty. He's always making that expression, which is funny. Curve over here along the edge for this brow. It's going to be a little bit lower and less expressive than, because he's going to have more of an expression on this side. Start down here, and we draw a little bit of a curve, almost like a reverse, or like a J, really. We're going to be pulling up over here, curve around the corner. Over here on this side now, curve down. Line right over here. That's the actual eyebrow we're going over. We are going to thicken that in a second. Alright, so far we got a few lines right there. Very simple, very chill. Gonna go over here now. We're going to pull almost that identical line. And we're going to fill this in. Okay, we got to have a little bit of thickness right here for that area. Over here now, we're going to draw a little curve underneath for kind of where the eye is. Let's go over here though. Kind of forgot that. We're going to draw a line out over here, thickening out that eyebrow. So that eyebrow is thick to thin on this side. So thin right here, thicker, and then it gets thin at the end. And we're just going to fill that in. Alrighty, pretty mellow so far. Curve along the inside for the inside portion of the eye. Now we're going to draw a curve over here, so he's kind of squinting, you know. Over here now, we'll draw a curve leading up over here, but not to the edge, but a little bit before the edge of that eyebrow on that side. Let's go to the bottom over here. Line underneath. Okay, underneath. Curve along that side right there, and you're gonna notice the difference. You're gonna see a bit of the top of the eye on this side, not so much on this side, because he's kind of squinting this eye a bit more. We're giving that unevenness, and that's gonna give it a little bit more, how do you say, more dynamic. We're gonna go into his eyes at the very end, so don't worry. We're almost done though. It's kind of like a like, I don't know how to say it, like a, it's like a downward aiming C, but it's like spread out. It's more like a bump right there for his nose. Line right there for nostril. Line over here looks like a little seed, right? And now we're gonna draw the mouth. So above this line right here, above it, line over here, curve. And it's going to be a split at the middle right there. Curve over here. And then one more. He's slightly turning to the left. So this one, he's going to have a little bit of a more of a bump on this side. Excellent. So far, so good. Doing great. Over here now, we're going to draw down. Curve. Pulling back. Over here on this side. right there. We got that fork tongue, right, for snake's tongue there. And now I'm just gonna pull it all the way up. Maybe make it a little bit thicker as it hits the mouth. A little bit, but not much. It doesn't have to be a lot. So we're gonna draw a little triangle over here, up, right there for the fangs. Excellent. Don't forget about this side. We're gonna extend. So we want the reflection of that a bit, but it's gonna be a little bit wider. So curve over here, pull in, curving in around the corner. There you go. And then I'm gonna go over here with the hat. So the hat, we're gonna draw kind of a wiggly shape. He's got like a fisherman's hat on. Over here, we're gonna pull up, side of the hat on that side, up over here, curving in. Same thing over here, curving in. We're gonna draw up. It's not that high. It's almost like a little tiny, I don't know how to say it, but it's like a tiny little box shape, almost like a rounded off box shape. Curve over here, down. Draw a little ball. It's on the hat itself, and just kind of connect the line right here as well. So we're gonna draw a line across, like so, and another line across, like so. Curve. Line right there for kind of the side of the cheek. You could put that in there. Maybe a line over here. And two more things, okay? We're gonna draw a little bit of his body right here. So we're gonna draw down, pulling in right there. So kind of like an S curve, almost like a question mark in a way. Question mark shape, almost like a beginning of one. We're gonna draw that identical line. Let's make it a little bit thicker than that because it is really close up. There we go. Right there. Doing pretty good. We're going to do another shape right here because we need to draw his snake belly. That pattern. So over here, we draw a line across. Line across. Line across. Line across. Line across. The last thing is going to be the eyes. And they're almost cross-eyed. They're very much to the center. So circle right here. Same thing right here. They don't look cross-eyed. That's the thing. He just looks like he's looking intently at us. And then we're gonna fill it in. I like to leave a highlight, even if sometimes I don't really have that. Oh, I'm sorry. One last thing. So he has a little bit of a color pattern on his nose. So I want you, with a very thin line, go up, very thin, that way. Over here from the center portion of his eye, off the side of the cheek, right over here as well, up right there, line over here. And there you go. That is it. If you enjoyed this, I want you to stick around, say what's up, how's it going, hit the like. I want you to share the video if you can. That's definitely much appreciated. That's the best way you can help. And I'll see you next time. Stay here for the next lesson right now. Okay, so that was amazing. You finished this lesson, but keep it going. Keep the art practice going by clicking this video right here. It's going to be within the same theme, and you want to keep it rolling to get better and better and better and get that art flow going. So click right here.